All right, this presentation is about elements of the essay, and hopefully you've had this in school and it's more of a review. But essays have a particular structure, and the structure can vary a little bit, but there are certain things that belong to essays no matter how long or short an essay happens to be. So, what is an essay? The most simplest definition that we have for it is that it's a group of paragraphs that support a single point. All essays, regardless of whether they're 1 page, 3 pages, 100 pages, has an introduction, it'll have a number of body paragraphs, and it'll have a conclusion. No matter what, those three things are part of every essay. The heart of the essay, the part that we're going to focus on quite a bit this week and for the whole semester, is the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the main idea of an essay. And besides the main idea, it tells you what the topic is going to be and what the author, you, already think about the topic. So it lets you know people's thoughts and feelings. Where should it appear? Well, some of the essays you're reading this semester have the thesis appear in different places. But as emerging writers, just starting out on your college education, we want your thesis to appear in the introductory paragraph. It will set you up so that you have a better idea of where to go with the rest of your essay. So remember, your main idea, the thesis statement, should be in the first paragraph of your essay. So when we talk about an analogy for an essay, that's a comparison, I think a burger is probably the best way to go about it. And remember I said in the previous slide that all essays have an introduction, it has body paragraphs, and it has a conclusion. So, if you're looking at this image, the introduction is the top of the bun. All the stuff that goes in the middle, including the burger and the condiments and, the lettuce and the tomatoes, those are the paragraphs and they're in the middle. And then you have a conclusion, which lets the reader know you've come to the end and what you want to happen as a result of it. The thing that varies the widest for essays are the body paragraphs, the stuff in the middle. And to take that analogy a little further, we'll talk about how many paragraphs are enough. A lot of times you want to know how many paragraphs I need. Well, the first two essays I'm assigning you are rather simple, and the next one is a 3-paragraph essay, and then we'll do a 5-paragraph essay. But after that 5-paragraph essay, how many is enough is going to depend on the topic and your style as a writer and all kinds of other things. So looking back at the burger analogy again, you will see, here's a burger, and if people do love formulas, but when we speak of sentences and paragraphs, there is no set number. And you'll see from the images all the variations there are on the burger. And yes, it might make you hungry, or you might not like burgers, but you see my point. What goes in the middle can vary widely. It can be as simple as just a burger with nothing else. That's the 3-paragraph essay you're going to write this week. Or it could be like that one at the bottom where it has the 2 burgers and it's got extra cheese and all kinds of other stuff. So just as there are endless types of hamburgers, there are endless types of essays. And this is just another image to give you an idea that, the essay can vary a lot. It really depends on what you're trying to do with it. And this one again shows you an introduction, and then it shows you 3 sections. And instead of calling them body paragraphs, they call them bodies, and then there's different paragraphs and references. So let's break down the essay again. We look at the introduction, and for your essays, they're really going to be just 1 paragraph. All of the essays that you're writing this semester are simple enough that you should introduce your topic in just 1 paragraph. That 1 paragraph will have some general information or some background on the topic, and then the last sentence of that first paragraph will have your thesis statement. And I'll show you how to create a thesis statement. I'll show you how to use your opinion and put it across really well. Then you've got the body paragraphs. This is the part that varies an awful lot. What you do know is that it's going to be one or more paragraphs, and that each paragraph needs to have a topic sentence and then specific details that elaborate on the topic sentence of that paragraph. Topic sentence are going to be the first sentence of the paragraph. And finally, we have the conclusion, and the conclusion is sort of busy. It has a lot of things it's responsible for. Like the introduction, it's just going to be one paragraph. It will often restate the thesis in a different way. You're not going to use the same words as you did in your introduction. It will have an opinion and a closing statement. Again, everything you're writing this semester is really your opinion, even if you have to back it up with research and evidence. And then finally, it is usually the shortest paragraph of the entire essay. And it could be as short as 2 or 3 sentences. It doesn't have to be very long. One thing I want you to remember for all of your essay assignments, starting with this week's 3-paragraph essay, is every essay needs to have a title. Be creative with it. Have a little fun. Try to tease the reader into reading your essay. But you want to have a title, and the title needs to hint at what the essay is about, even if you make it pretty clever. And finally, I'll have another tutorial for you, but you really have to start practicing MLA style formatting and putting your essay together in a certain way. And it starts with the upper left-hand corner with your name. Then you put your professor's name. In this case, I'm Mrs. DeFeo. Then you put the class you're taking, and that's English 101. Now, the one thing that I do differently than MLA is I ask you to put a slash and then name what the essay is. That's because I've got 18 of you as students, and some of you might get behind, and this will help me keep which essay you've turned in straight, and it'll help you too. So, for instance, intro essay on this screen will be a 3-paragraph essay for the assignment that you're about to start. And of course, you want the date written out, and that's the day that it's due. And then you've got the title. Remember, you indent the first line of every paragraph, and you're going to double space, and you're going to use Times New Roman. Again, I will have a tutorial about formatting your paper in Word.